Good afternoon. Welcome to Healthy Lifestyle. I'm Lorianne Casdia. Our goal at Healthy Lifestyle is to inspire, educate, and empower you to fulfill a healthy, emotional, spiritual, and physical life so you can feel empowered to live the life you have always wanted and dreamed. Today we have on our show, our guests are representatives from a corporation called Kannaway, and they are hemp oil company, or most of their products or all their products are based in hemp oil. And I just want to jump right into it because I know that recently I had an injury and I used a product that had hemp oil in it and some arnica and some other magical things. It was all natural, and within minutes I had no more pain, and I'm not exaggerating. I had no more pain, and it has, as a result of it, increasingly improved the situation, whereas prior to me utilizing the product, I was not getting any better. It wasn't really repairing itself. So with that said, I want to welcome you to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Laura.
You're welcome.
Glad to be here.
I'm so glad you are. So you've been on the show before, and we love having you here. And it's Kannaway's the company, right?
Yes.
And can you tell me a little bit about Kannaway?
Well, Kannaway is actually a hemp-based company. They started about, how many years ago?
2006, right?
Yeah.
2006.
And how they started was they had a hemp, it's a paste that they started in Mexico under Medical Marijuana Inc. That's our parent company.
Okay.
And it was used for children who have seizures and, people who have Parkinson's, and it was very successful, but they wanted to bring it to the American market. So what they did was they developed a whole line of CBD oil, hemp-based products, and now that's where our market is booming, is in the market of hemp-based products.
So help us understand what CBD stands for. What it represents.
It stands for cannabidiol, which is a compound from the hemp plant, and it's grown for its therapeutic effects as well as many industrial uses, as opposed to CBD that you can get from marijuana, which is more grown for the recreational use.
Right.
So has many health benefits.
Right. So they're not even extracting those other elements that help the recreational use.
Well, there is THC in many CBD products, which is the is that better?
Yeah.
There is THC in most of our products, which is the psychoactive effect when it's in marijuana, but there's only 0.03% of THC in our CBD products. That's the full spectrum products. And because it's actually good for you to have some of that in your system, as well as all the terpenes and the flavonoids and all of that. So if it's grown, if the CBD is from marijuana, that's where you're high in THC and very low in CBD.
Okay.
Does that make sense the way I said that?
It does. It made perfect sense.
Yeah.
So you speak about your premium products. What do you mean? Or I'm sorry, full spectrum products. What do you mean by that?
So full spectrum products are actually the products that have the CBD as well as THC and the other parts of the plant. So it has all the other good parts of the plant, like I said, the terpenes and all of that. When I say full spectrum, it's because we also have another line of products, which is called our Pure line, and that has 0 THC in it. So it's a CBD isolate. And the reason that we have that is because although full spectrum products can, they have the THC and it's very little THC, it can show up on a drug test if somebody were in law enforcement or anybody who's subject to drug testing. So for those people, we have a product line that's called Pure, like I said, and that has 0 THC. So it could never show up on a test.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's good. So I also noticed that you have essential oils.
Yes, we do. We have a line of essential oils, which it's funny. The one that I like the best is the Tranquility, and I actually put it in one of those diffusers in my car, so it helps me when I get stuck in traffic.
Helps with road rage.
Yeah. And it does work. I mean, I don't diffuse them a lot at home, but
that smells really nice too.
Yeah. But there's one that's Tranquility, Immunity, and there's one other one, and I forgot.
She has it.
Energy. Yes.
Those are great.
Yeah,
those
you
smell
can
nice.
put them, in a diffuser, or you can also put them on your skin. So,
and the Pure essential oils, do they have carrier oils in them?
I really don't know.
I don't think they do.
Well, I'll
That's a
let
good
you know in a
question,
second
yeah.
because I'm going to put some on a piece of paper, and when you do, it will dissipate. That's how you know with a essential oil if it has carrier oil in it. If it dissipates and it doesn't leave an oil
like slick,
slick or an oil mark, then you know it has carrier oil in it. So this does have carrier oil in it.
Now, what is that? I don't know what carrier oil is.
So carrier oil would be something like olive oil or grapeseed oil or something like that,
or coconut oil,
or coconut oil or jasmine oil.
Right. Okay.
So what it is it's a property that when you add the oils to it, then it helps with putting it on your body and stuff like that, as opposed to concentrated essential oil, which is just a couple of drops, goes right into your skin. There's no carrier to it, so you can put it on skin, on fabric, on whatever you want to do. Whereas if it has a carrier oil, where you see our audience can't see it, but you guys can. It leaves that oil mark on the water. So if you're ever wondering if you have pure essential oil as opposed to essential oil with a carrier in it, all you have to do is put it on a piece of paper and it will dissipate. It will, like water drops. It'll go away.
Okay.
But you can still put that on your skin. You just wouldn't suggest putting on a material, right?
Well, not if you're concerned about it leaving a stain.
Right.
So this oil will leave an oil stain on your material.
It's good to know. Yeah.
So that's why in diffusers are good, because you're also going to add it to water and it's going to be diffused. So the water and the oil, you're going to see it also in diffusers. You're going to see it rest on top of the oil. Mm-hmm. I mean, on top of the water, because obviously oil and water separate.
Right.
So you're going to see that with that. So it doesn't make it not good essential oils. It just means that it has carrier oil in it. It's not 100% pure. Okay. So when you're buying that particular type of oil, you know you're ordering like a blend, a compound. It's almost like having body lotion with no scent and adding essential oil to the body lotion. It's the similar kind of a visual where you're adding essential oil to a carrier oil and then you're utilizing it. So you just have to keep it in mind, and also know that if something has a carrier oil in it, you do not want to take it orally. So that you have to be very careful what essential oils you put under your tongue or you take ingest, because there are some that are very toxic, even if they're straight up without a carrier oil.
I had no idea about essential oils that you could take any orally, so I would have never suggested anybody to put them.
Yeah, I would not suggest these to be taken, obviously.
No, I always tell them that's just topical or
external.
Diffuser. External, because we have oils that you can put in your mouth.
And for all of you listeners, I am a certified aromatherapist, so I do know about that. And I'm also a certified herbalist, so that's where my background comes in and being able to differentiate. So check into it before you use any product. Just double check, do your research. That's what you ladies did, and that's why you're representing this company. So Emery, remind us, how did you get involved in representing this company? Like, what's your why? Why did you get involved in this?
Okay, so it was a couple of years ago, almost 2 years, and I have a background in network marketing, but I wasn't really looking for anything new. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But I had been doing some research because I know someone who was suffering with a form of cancer, and I had been doing some research on CBD very shortly before a very good friend of mine came to me and started telling me about this company that she got involved with. And right away I wanted to try the products and I wanted to recommend the products to this person I know. And but once I started doing the research about the company and what they were doing for so many people and literally changing lives all over the world, I knew that this was something more that I would be passionate about and I want to spread the word about. So I decided to jump in to the opportunity, and it's been very, very rewarding.
And have you found it effective?
It's effective in many ways. Yes.
Oh my God. I had put the salve on that you had given me on my elbow because I hadn't put my other stuff on. This is amazing. It's like immediate.
Yeah.
That's how I got
put it on.
Yeah.
I got in because of the salve.
Oh my gosh.
And I've never really sold anything before. So now I'm out there talking to everybody about it because it just does so much.
You're not salesy.
No,
you don't. Neither one of you have that salesy,
and we don't want to be.
No.
So thank you. That's a compliment.
Yeah, it very much is a compliment. I mean it as a compliment, and it's easy to talk to both of you about it, and that's what I like about why you got involved, and we'll get to you, Demetria, why you got involved in a second. But I love to deal with people face-to-face who are representing products, because you know the most about this product.
Right.
And, if I ordered it online, I'm not going to get recommendations like you recommended this product out of all the products that you carry. And you carry a lot of products. And they all seem just amazing to me when I'm looking at it, especially the Dante Chews for the dogs and for the cats. I think that's really great product to have. I know that I used some during 4th of July for my pup, because she gets a little anxious.
Fireworks, yep, mine too.
And it was great. It was great. She was just like very mellow, just hanging out there.
Yep.
And it was really good. So she has anxiety, separation anxiety.
Right.
And so I'm finding that, trying these products, I haven't found the right one yet, but finding the right product is going to be helpful for her, so she's not so anxiety ridden when I'm not there.
Yep. I did the same thing. I actually gave my dog, because we also have an oil for the dog, so I gave her a little bit of oil because she was super stressed for the 4th of July, and it worked wonderfully. And the same thing with the products for people.
Yep.
It really helps the anxiety relax and kind of allows you to reset your thinking and your viewpoints, if you will. It just calms everything down.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
Yep. I think we all function better that way, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So share with us your why, Demetria.
Well, my why became because I was having a lot of mobility issues.
Okay.
And at that point in my life, I was being tested. They thought I had MS. So once they said to me that they don't believe I have MS, but I have something going on.
Yes.
I happened to be at a party, but I had been looking into medical marijuana for my mother before that, because she has a lot of leg issues, and she was very resistant to even talk to her doctor about it. So I happened to be at a party, and this girl started talking about she had anxiety, and she was using this product, and she was getting off of her meds. So my ears perked up, because I know people have anxiety and family members. And as we started talking, she explained that this product, she said CBD, which I had no idea what that was, but I knew what medical marijuana was.
Right.
So she educated me about the difference. She said to me, I have, it also helps with, inflammation in your joints. So I said, I have this ankle that really bothers me. She gave me the sample. I used it that night. I called her the next morning. I mean, as soon as I woke up, I'm like, well, how do I get more of this stuff?
Nice.
So that's how I started using the product. And then eventually I found out, after researching the company, I did look into it. I didn't think I was going to get involved. But after I looked into it, I just felt, if it helped me, how many more people would this help?
Yes.
And maybe this is something that I can do. I'm almost close to retirement. That not only can I do this while I'm working, but make this maybe something I can be more involved in after I retire.
Yeah.
So that's basically how I got in, and now I use almost all the products in some respect.
Yep.
That's great. I've noticed that people, we are problem solvers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we all find our way to places and the service that we're supposed to do, and probably our why and what we're supposed to do in our life. We find it through trying to solve somebody else's problem.
Right.
So true.
And that's a good way to, because I just had someone on here who does microgreens, and he only got involved in that. He actually builds websites for a living, but he got involved in microgreens as a result of his neighbor getting cancer.
Wow.
I was trying to help find a solution. So I'd see, to me, you guys are the silent heroes, because you do things as a result of someone else's misfortune or pain or situation, and in an effort to help them, you actually find what your reason to be here is. And that's an exciting thing when someone finds that, because you can see the passion in each one of you, very, very obvious that there's that passion and there's joy, because whenever I see both of you, you're always smiling. You love what you do. It's a really lovely thing to watch and be part of. So
and
thank you for
being here. It's a great community as well. We're involved in a wonderful community of people, just like us,
like-minded.
And it's
and the educating of all these new different types of things. I mean, I was never really into the health industry as much as I am now, but just to hear how people change their lives. I think the most rewarding part is also when you speak to somebody who's started using it, and what I always tell quote unquote customers, but people who start using it, I say to them, write down a list of all the things you think you want to target, and then try it for 2 weeks, and then come back and tell me what it's hit. And 9 out of 10 times they'll say, I didn't think about that. I'm sleeping better.
Right.
That wasn't on my list. I didn't think about this, or my cognitive thinking, and that's when I feel like, oh my God, this is so rewarding. Yeah, and it's rewarding to hear these people feel like in a couple of weeks their life is starting to change. You had a good story.
Can you tell that story?
Yeah.
Oh, the success story?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have this older woman who, through a friend, somebody recommended she contact me. This was probably when I first got in. I'm in about 2.5 years now. And she started with the oil, our pure CBD oil, and she had a lot of issues, mobility. She was really in very bad straits.
Okay.
So she started taking it, but she had to drop out because financially she was having some issues at the time because of her medical issues, paying that. And so I kept in touch with her the whole time, and then I lost track of her for a few months. So it was like maybe 6 months after she had started it. She used it about 6 months. She stopped. A couple of months after maybe about... all of a sudden, out of the blue, like 6 or 8 months later, she calls me and she says, I ended up back in the hospital. I didn't know how much that your oil was helping me.
Oh, my goodness.
So she is begging and borrowing to help get the money. But now she's back on it. Mm-hmm. And in fact, I'm meeting her later because we just changed over to a website, and something happened where her order didn't go out. So I have one. So I'm going to let her use this one while she's waiting for the next one, because she said, I can't be off of it more than a couple of days. I mean, she literally said this is saving her life. Mm-hmm. And, it's just really, that's what brings tears to my eyes.
I think it's amazing because a lot of the people, CBD is good for everyone, even if you don't realize,
right.
Even if you don't have I don't have... knock wood, I don't have any major issues that I was using it for, but if I stop for a few days, which I did because I didn't order in time,
right.
You notice the difference in your body. I just feel healthier. I feel so. A lot of people, sometimes they don't even realize that it's helping them until they stop, and they're like, "Wow, I didn't even know." All these issues that it's helping with that I didn't even realize. You know,
it's I think because people forget it's a supplement.
Yep.
And that's what we try to explain to them. It's just like you have to take it every day. You should be taking it every day. And once you stop, that's when they see the difference. And then they're like, whoa, I didn't know that I really should keep doing this.
Even
if you don't have a lot of issues.
Interesting that's an interesting analogy that it's a supplement. To me, it likens Eastern medicine. Yes. So Western medicine is really for acute situations. At least I find that's when I use it the most. And then Eastern medicine kind of helps things that go over, that will be with us for a long period of time, and it provides some relief. And eventually what happens, and the hope it always is when you're using Eastern medicine and things like CBD, is your body corrects itself because it's been given the chance to correct itself, and it also knows what it feels like to be righted, to be put in the right position.
Well, that's what CBD really does. It creates homeostasis in your body. It balances everything out that maybe isn't right in your body.
And then once that's balanced out, then you can probably wean yourself off of the product or continue it, whichever you want to do. I mean, it's not harmful, and I do know that CBD, correct me if I'm wrong, CBD works very harmoniously, unaffecting Western medicine. So you can, there's no contraindication
Correct.
to work with Western medicine. So a lot of times if I have to take antibiotics, which I don't choose to take, if I don't have to.
Yeah, that's me too.
If I have to take an antibiotic, I always supplement it with echinacea. Echinacea is a natural antibiotic.
Right. Yep.
So it's really trying to train my body to fight this off and give it the help it needs to fight whatever it is that I need to take the antibiotic for.
The one thing that they do say with CBD, as far as with taking with other medications is, if you're taking a blood thinner, you could still take it, but hemp is a natural blood thinner. So they say you just need to monitor yourself with the doctor more often if you're taking both.
Right.
So that's
and like anything else, we always want to check with our doctor before we start a new product, especially like a CBD. If we don't know, we should check with our provider and see what their input is. Again, at the end of the day, it's your decision whether or not you take something, but you should be mindful of counter indicators that counter something that you don't want it to be contraindicative. So I would love to really push you all to go to the different sites. Now, you have two different sites. So Demetria's site is the hemplife.us and Anne-Marie's site is hempbelievers.com.
Correct.
And so you'd be able to get the products or speak to our professionals here on how to utilize this product as opposed to just going online and choosing something that you think might work, right?
Yeah, I think that's also the best thing that, Kannaway provides for its customers is that they have us as the people who go out and educate people. I do like info sessions, as Anne-Marie will do them also. Are we going to break? Info sessions. And during those info sessions, we give them all the information they need, and then they can make the decision and come back and we'll talk about what product then they would like to try.
Right.
Excellent. We will be right back with our guests, Demetria and Anne-Marie from Kannaway. You are listening to Healthy Lifestyle. I'm Lori-Ann Casdia. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Healthy Lifestyle. I'm Lori-Ann. If you have any questions, comments, ideas, or topics, or guests you'd like to hear more from or about, please email us at healthylifestylewithla@gmail.com. That's healthylifestylewithla@gmail.com. And follow us on social media at Healthy Lifestyle with LA. Today, our guests are from the Kannaway Company, Demetria Marino and Anne-Marie Haflich. Say it right?
Haflich.
Haflich. Darn, I used the Affleck doc for kind of a reference point. Didn't work.
Close.
So, and two websites are the hemplife.us and the hempbelievers.com. So we were talking about the different products. So I just want to ask you some of the products. So the Energy Chews, what would one use that for?
Oh, I use them every day.
I like
them.
Go ahead, you talk on those.
They're very good for, well, I use them for is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon when you get that little slump and you don't want coffee or you really don't want something caffeine.
Right.
I'll just chew one of those and I'm good to go for a while.
They're delicious too. What do they taste like? Kind of like a Tootsie Roll, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think they have how many? 5 milligrams?
5 milligrams of CBD
per chew?
in each one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
And then the Revive AM PM, what's that?
Those are amazing.
Yeah,
Those are two of my favorites.
That's what I use every day too.
Yep. So the AM is to kind of give you that boost in the morning, a little bit of energy, just to revive you in the morning. And the PM is excellent for sleep issues, to give you that nice restful sleep without that feeling in the morning like you took sleep medication.
Yeah.
I use it every day,
feeling.
and it just really does. It just gives you nice, relaxed sleep.
Other than our salve, a lot of people that I've spoken to have started with the PM because one of their biggest issues that they might point out is I don't sleep really good. I wake up, I can't get back to sleep, or I don't stay asleep. So I said, try this, and they've been using it forever.
Yeah,
for as long as I got them.
And now,
on.
what's the difference between the Revive AM PM and the Revive Pro?
The Revive Pro is like a souped up version of the AM, so it's just a little bit. It gives you more of that boost in the morning.
Yeah,
it's high octane.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, exactly.
That you can use by itself. You don't have to do it with the two of them
because there's more CBD in that as well, right?
Yeah,
I think the AM has like 11 milligrams per serving, and the
like
PM
13,
has like 16, something like that. So I don't remember what's in the Pro. 33?
No,
don't
less
quote me
than
on
that, but
Don't
I'm not really sure.
Okay,
per serving, and so I mean, you can. I use it with the AM and the PM, but just because I like to get more CBD than I have other issues than other people. But yeah, you don't have to. I know people just use that. The AM Pro.
Right. And the Dante line, I love the Dante line because it's for animals, right? For dogs and cats.
Yep.
So talk more about that.
We all have an endocannabinoid system, which is a mammal. So
easy for you to say.
Yeah, exactly. ECS, let's say it that way, and that's what CBD targets. So because mammals have it too, animals, they made it for dogs and cats, and it works. I mean, the stories that I hear from people who use it on their animals. I had a cat that was very sick the last 2 years of his life, so I was using it, and I got him off his medication from the vet, and they didn't think he'd even go that long, so we kept him, alive for 2 more years.
Oh, what a good story.
Yeah. And
That's a good story.
yeah, so now I have another cat that's got some issues, so I'm probably going to put him back on it too.
Right.
My neighbor's dog was on the chews for quite some time, and he's a big not golden retriever. What's the other one?
Shepherd?
No.
Husky?
The other retriever. Well, anyway, he's a big dog. He was like 90 pounds, and he had a lot of leg issues. So
Labrador?
Yes, Labrador. Thank you. I don't know why I always forget that. I had a golden. So he was on the chews, and the owner said that like immediately he was able to get up so much easier in the morning. Whereas, he had all these leg issues. She saw a huge difference in him.
Yeah, it's really incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. And I love that there's a line for them, because I know that my little one gets a little anxious. She has separation anxiety, as we've talked before. So utilizing that product has been great. Also, the Super Green. What is the Super Green?
The Super Green is one of my favorites. I use that every morning along with, we have a hemp protein. So I mix that with the Super Greens. What the Super Greens is 40 superfoods. So like all your vegetables and your I could name the list of things, but it's 40 different superfoods in this. Wow. So you just put a scoop of it you could put it in water if you want, but I always add it to my hemp protein with a little almond milk, and it gives me that nice, that's my breakfast every morning.
So the hemp protein you're talking about is the power protein?
Yes, yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so that's almost like the breakfast for champions.
Yes, exactly. It's delicious too. Chocolate and cinnamon. Yep.
Together?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Delicious.
Very tasty.
Must smell nice. Good.
Yes.
Good. And you also have like coffee and tea pods?
Yes. So these are
like pods that they can put in.
Yep.
Like a Keurig.
The
Keurig
single
types?
serve. Yep.
Yeah.
The single serve. So we have a new tea, which is, what's the name of that? The Rooibos tea?
Okay.
I'm not a tea drinker. So.
Yeah, I'm not a tea drinker
and
either.
Then you have
but anyway,
coffee.
and then we have the French roast coffee. So they come in the pods because each one of them has 10 milligrams of CBD in them. And I think the reason that they've done it this way is so that they can make sure that you're getting the exact amount of CBD every pod.
Serving, yeah.
Yep. And then we have our other brand new product is our CBD gum, which is amazing. It's amazing. It's
really?
10 milligrams per piece of gum of
per
CBD per chew. Yep. And you want to go ahead?
No, I just wanted to say it's great flavor and it lasts a long time. That's the other thing that
it's great for headaches.
Yes.
A lot of people are using them for migraines. Just if you're having like a little bit of anxiety, it's you just pop a piece of gum and it's excellent. And we are the first company to ever have a CBD gum. Yep.
Yeah. And you have an anti-aging line too,
yes,
correct?
Yes, skincare line. Yep, that's brand new.
Anything that says anti-aging, I'm in.
Yeah. It's actually the first cannabis-based skincare line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aren't you overseas? You're like going into China now?
Yep. Well, we're going into Japan. We're in all over Europe. The skincare line is huge in Europe. All the many salons are using it. But yes, we're also going into Japan.
Which is going to be an amazing market.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, so that's
without
really
a doubt. And then you have these things, and I'm perplexed as to what you would use them for. The pure liquid, the flavored trio.
Oh, so that's actually a holiday special, but we still have them because I think they were a big hit. Those are flavored oils. There's
pumpkin spice, gingerbread, and chocolate.
They're delicious. I put them in my coffee every day.
Yeah.
So it's really it's a version of our pure oil. So there's no THC in there. It's just it was a flavored line for those who want just a little taste, because most of the oils, like the pure oils, don't have a flavor at all, and the full spectrum has a little bit, but not much of a taste, I would say. Right?
It depends. Like the paste,
the paste has a taste because that's raw plant material.
It's like eating a plant almost.
Yes.
But that is our most, I would say, our strongest product.
The
that's the one that they
the paste.
Sorry, let me get the
paste.
The box. Yeah.
The box.
Right.
That one's the original one that they use down in Mexico that they work for the seizures and and that's what they started with, and that's got the most concentration of CBD per serving.
And somebody who would ask for that product would ask for the paste, yeah?
Yes, the applicator. Yeah, the paste applicator. Yeah. we have one that's 50 milligrams of CBD per serving, and then we have one that's 120 milligrams per serving. So,
and the reason why, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just going to say the reason why it starts at the 50 is because they recommend that the least servings, your serving size should start at, it should be at 50. So most people should really be taking at least 50 milligrams of CBD a day. So, some of the other products are a little less, like the oils, or some of them are 33. So maybe you would take that almost twice a day, or a little bit more than the serving size. But these, you can take one serving a day and you got your 50 milligrams of CBD.
Wow. That you have like a full line here. And then humulus oil?
That we don't have that one anymore.
You don't carry that?
Don't have that one
That's
anymore.
good, because we can't really pronounce it. I think if you can't pronounce it, you shouldn't.
I think people really want to prefer to stay with the main products that we have.
With those main products that we were just talking about.
Especially since we came out with the one with no THC in it, because that's really also no THC in that.
Yeah, right.
Zero THC. That's good. So I'm always struggling between samples and not samples, because for me, sometimes samples don't indicate properly because you're not on it long enough.
Right.
So how long is the right amount of time, and is it product specific? How long is the right amount of time to really get a good indication of whether or not something's working? I know another product I had been taking, that product, it was about 30 days before I really started seeing any kind of results. So a 5-day sample of this product will give you an indicator if you're very responsive and you know your system. But what do you normally recommend?
I agree with that. I would say you should at least be on a product for 30 days. Some people have results very quickly. They feel better very quickly. Some a little bit longer. And sometimes you have to change up your regimen. It really depends on what's going on in your body.
And your sensitivity level,
sensitivity,
So I don't take medications at all. So when I take Tylenol, bam, it blows the headache right out. But if I took it every day, my system wouldn't be as sensitive to it.
Right. With the topical CBD, like the salve, you will see immediate results.
I did.
That's immediate.
That's
but
a good
anything
sample
that you're ingesting, I mean, we do make some samples, but I think that's more of somebody just to taste it and get a feeling for it, make sure that they feel
and
okay
it doesn't
on
have
it.
the smell,
but they can't expect, their expectations can't be that they're going to be, they're going to have major benefits in 5 days.
And I think that's sage advice that if you want to do the samples, it's more for what's it look like, how does it smell, what does it feel like, and that you're not having an allergic breakout to it. Then you make the commitment of the 30 days, because I know some products, if you don't use it for 30 days, you're not going to see any results.
Right.
Exactly.
Again, I'm very specific, and I know other people, and I've spoken to other people who are just very, very sensitized, and they really understand their system, so they know when they're not right immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like some women when they know that they're pregnant, like almost instantaneously. So they're like, yep, that one worked. So
It's true.
Kind of same like this. But you do offer samples if someone asks for it for most of the products, right?
But it depends. Like you said, I get results. Some people within a couple of days, oh my God, I'm feeling better this way. And then again, we also recommend for everybody to use it, because it doesn't have to be just for targeting a specific issue.
Right.
You could just stay healthy.
Yeah.
By not adding, you're adding a natural product to your system. It feeds off of your, into your ear endocrine.
Yes.
And
it's good for everybody.
Sure if you're swearing at me or not, Demetria.
No, I wouldn't swear at you. Not on live.
Oh, thanks for that qualifier. I think I need an adult.
The other thing I was going to say, we do also have a vape. Available for people who like to vape, and it's pure CBD, and it's good for a lot of different issues too, and
breathing issues. Believe it or not, a lot of people use it for breathing issues. Like
exactly,
we don't make any medical claims or anything like that, but anybody with COPD or something like that could find benefits from vaping, because it is pure CBD. There's no THC, there's no
and there's nothing else, right? There's no.
There's a little bit of taste. It's a nice taste, but there's not really much of a sense. So
if one needed to use it or wanted to use it, they wouldn't have to worry about having different scents in their car or what have you.
Not at all. Not at all. Nope.
Yeah. Do you recommend this product for children in any way?
Yes.
Anybody can use this.
People use it with their infants.
Yep.
Because there's CBD in breast milk.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. We naturally make it. We just don't keep it.
Yep.
So
Did not know that.
Yes.
you know the history. The history behind hemp, but the whole thing about CBD is that when they grew hemp, they ingested it, so they were much healthier.
Yeah.
They used it for all medical type of. Well, we don't make medical, but for topical and all that, and then they stopped growing it in America, so we stopped using it. And now we're back to using it.
Yeah.
It's good for everybody.
Yeah.
Infants to senior citizens to our furry little friends.
Yes.
Everybody needs it.
I love it. Our fur faces.
Yeah.
So if you, Demetria, had one product, if you could only have one product, what's your absolute diehard must-have one product?
Oh, that's
tough. But I will say the salve.
The salve?
I can't live without it.
Okay. And you, Anne-Marie?
So can I say two at least?
Well, say one.
All right,
fair, 'cause I
one.
would've
All right, so the Pure Gold is my favorite.
We're going to have a fist fight here in the studio.
The Pure Gold is my favorite.
Oh, what is the Pure Gold?
The Pure Gold is another. Do we not have that in there?
Yeah, I think you do.
It's another one that does not have the THC, but it's, how do you explain it? The THC is removed. It's not. It's a full spectrum product basically with just the
But they
THC
extract
taken
it,
out. So it
yeah.
has all the other goodness of it, and it's not because I'm subject to drug testing or anything. I just have had the best results with that. I feel really good on it, and then I take other things too. The PM is another one of my favorites. So I had to throw that in there. That's my second favorite.
She got that in there. Okay, what's your second, Demetria? This is just not fair.
I'd really roll my eyes.
I know. Oh my goodness.
I would say probably the AM.
The AM.
I like the AM. I use it every morning.
Gives you a lot of energy.
Yeah, I mean,
So you use the
liking
AM?
the gum. I'm liking it, but I mean the AM.
Can you do the Revive AM and then go to the Energy Chews in the afternoon
Sure.
and do the Revive PM and not worry about things
do
like
it
that?
all.
Like I said before, 50 milligrams we suggest as the starting point.
Okay.
But I'm up to like 150 with my combination.
So what is it? Is it dependent upon weight? Is it dependent upon height? Is it dependent upon age? What's the right amount?
So sort of.
That's
That's the thing. That's a big thing that is helpful about having us as your consultant, because you might have to play around with different things. So, for instance, my brother is very tall. He's 6'5", big guy.
Yeah, because you're not tall. Really?
I'm a little tall. He's a lot taller. But anyway, somebody like him needs more, like he started off at a lower dose and he wasn't getting great results. So he increased it. So it's really, yes, height, weight, whatever your condition is, whatever issues you're dealing with. So it's really, you could play around with it. You cannot overdose on CBD. There's no way. So you could have as much as your body needs. And
it plays nice with other medicines, right? We said that in the first half. I just want to kind of reiterate. What's your take on that? I mean, historically, it's worked very well. It's not counterindicated, right?
Well, I'll also say that I know people, and I'm sure Anne-Marie does too, that started with they talked to their doctor, they added it to CBD, and now they're off their medication.
Many people with like anti-anxiety, antidepressants, the opioids.
Yeah.
all those anti-anxiety medications and the opioids and stuff, albeit helpful for some people, they all have really bad side effects. And for me, and this is why I got into herbology, for me, when the side effects or the taking the medicine made me feel worse than having whatever the ailment was, I stopped taking stuff. Because I don't want to feel worse when I'm taking it.
Yeah.
And in a lot of cases, when you hear that rattled off of all the side effects that
those commercials, right?
It's like it just starts screaming.
It's like antidepressant may cause suicide. Like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
Well, CBD hemp is a big growing business. Billions of dollars.
Is that a pun? It's a growing business.
That's good.
I went there.
Quick.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
But what I was going to say about it was that because of the side effects also in a lot of the medications, people are trying to move away to a healthier way of living and healthier way to get their supplements. And, CBD hits all the targets. So
and in no way am I taking a shot at the other medications.
No,
the Western
never.
medications
they're
there for a reason and stuff like that. I'm a big believer in treating ourselves holistically, and allowing our bodies to heal itself, because it's made, the body's is made so well that it can do that with positive thinking, with the right mindset, and a combination of taking care of yourself, eating the right food, and all that stuff matters. What you're ingesting matters. You only have one of these cases that you come with, and you need to take care of it as best can be. And so these natural products really make a difference, right? Wouldn't you
absolutely
agree?
100%.
Yeah. So if you had to give some advice, Anne-Marie, to the listeners, what would it be relative to picking and choosing what companies to utilize for hemp or CBD products?
I think you just always need to do your research, because you need to know how much CBD is actually in the product. All of our bottles do have exactly how much is in them, all the other ingredients.
We have lab results.
Yeah, you want to make sure that that's another thing. We have our products are triple lab tested, so there's never a chance of any pesticides, herbicides, anything like that getting into the mix.
Do you guys, does your company own the farms, or do they contract out to the own? So they're farm owned,
and they're in Europe. So Europe, they have higher standards, I guess you could say. So that's another thing. There's no chance of ever having any pesticides mixed into the crops. So you always want to just do your research, because if there are other things mixed into these CBD oils, they're not necessarily always great.
It's going to change. It's going to change it. So something, if you get CBD oil, and again, not taking a shot at any chains, but if you go to your local drugstore and it has CBD oil on the shelves, it may or may not be of the same quality.
Right.
Yeah, because I know with vitamins or herbs, you got to know your research. You have to do your research, know your products to know what's going on. In the meantime, I thank you so much for being guests on
our pleasure
on
thank
Healthy
you so
Lifestyle.
much for having us.
I want to thank you all for being here with us. It's always warming to my heart to have you here. The quote that I have for today that I wanted to share with you is, obviously take care of yourself, but words are singularly the most powerful force available to humanity. We can choose to use this force constructively with words of encouragement, or destructively using words of despair. Words have energy and power, with the ability to help, to heal, to hinder, to harm, to humiliate, and to humble. So choose your words carefully, be kind to one another, and we'll see you next time.